You
Okay, we are recording. Welcome. Today we're going to talk about the Carver Sewage Pumping Station Rehabilitation Project. We have members from the construction team here today and city staff, and we are going to go through basically what you can expect to see out there during the duration of this project. We'll be starting, or we actually have started, by putting up some fencing, but we'll run through the full timeline and I'll let everyone take it from here. Chris, do you want to introduce our folks?
Sure. Hi, my name is Chris Kabala. I'm with City of Tempe. I'm a principal civil engineer in charge of construction in City of Tempe. And I have with me Samantha Terrell from Valentine Engineers, Valentine Environmental Engineers. She will be our construction manager overseeing the project. And we have Felix. You guys can introduce yourself, our contractor.
My name is Kevin Felix, and I'm the project manager for this project.
My name is David Gianetto. I'm also with Felix Construction. Kevin is sort of going to handle the construction phase of it from this point forward. I've been involved in the design. This project's been around for a couple of years, so I've been involved with a lot of the planning, and we'll be around to support Kevin during construction as needed.
I'm Matt Phillips with Felix Construction. I'm the general superintendent for Felix Construction. I will support our build team. Robert Fonseca will be the site superintendent for the project, but I will support Robert.
Excellent. And Ernie?
I'm Ernie Forskill. I'll be a part-time inspector on site. I'm working for Valentine's Engineering Design.
And then we also have some more city staff with us from water. Mark and Tara, you want to introduce yourselves and your role?
Yeah, I'm Tara Ford. I'm the Municipal Utilities Deputy Director over water utilities.
Good afternoon, Mark Weber. I'm the Water Engineering Manager for the City of Tempe.
Okay.
Samantha, you can start then. Give us a project overview and we'll take it to the next step.
Sounds great. So just starting, or I'll go back here, just the agenda, just a quick overview of what we'll be talking about in this presentation. We just did the introductions, and we'll get into the overview of how CIP projects are developed, the project specifics for this project, what to expect for the public during the construction of this project, the ongoing communications, and then there's some contact information at the end available. The general goal of this project and the construction is to facilitate the required upgrades at this site with as minimal impact to the neighborhood as possible. And we'll go through just exactly what the impact will be in this project, just so the neighborhood understands. We already went through the introductions here. City of Tempe has been on this project. I'm the design engineer with Valentine Engineers, and then we also have the part-time inspector under us, that's Ernie. And the contractor performing the construction is Felix Construction. This project team has successfully upgraded 3 other lift station sites, so we just wanted to point that out. Lift station is the same as a sewage pumping station. I don't know, Chris, if you wanted to go over the CIP project.
Tara's going to handle this part, I believe.
Perfect.
Okay, so the overview of the CIP project, initial assessment was performed in 2015. The project was based on preferred alternatives. It was designed from 2019 through 2020. And then the contractor we selected through our CMAR process in order to review the design and progress, allow for further constructability, input concerns to be addressed. And after the final design project, then we moved into the construction phase.
So the specifics on this project, just for more background, the Carver Sewage Pumping Station, which is located at that corner, that northeast corner of Carver, and Rural Road is over 30 years old. It has, it takes the raw sewage flow by gravity into the site through a series of manholes that then discharge into a wet well. From the wet well, the raw sewage is pumped, and eventually this raw sewage makes its way to the wastewater treatment plant where it is treated. And the existing Carver equipment is approaching the end of its useful life since it is an older site. It also requires significant City of Tempe staff maintenance. And so that was a big purpose for doing this project, is to upgrade all of this equipment and put in equipment that will not require significant maintenance for City of Tempe. And this is an example of submersible sewage pumps in a sewage wet well that will be on this project. We'll have submersible sewage pumps. Some more specifics on the project. Given the fact that this is sewage, there's odor control issues when you collect sewage and pump it out. So odor control is necessary on this project. There is an existing biofilter, and that's one way that you can draw the foul air out of the collection system, and that's accomplished using a fan. The biofilter then takes the foul air through the bottom of the biofilter and filters through biofilter media. That biofilter media contains bacteria that breaks down these gases into non-odorous compounds. And then the moisture from sprinklers keeps the bacteria, the biological active. And so the existing biofilter has approached the end of its useful life and needs to be replaced as part of this project. So that's a big thing that will also be included on this. Example biofilter is to the right. We will do something very similar in this case where we recess the biofilter into the ground. And so that's just an example picture. Another big item on this project is the manhole rehabilitations that need to be performed. Since over time, the sewage gases can also cause corrosion of these manholes. And we did an assessment on this early on, Felix did, and noticed that the existing manholes at the site have become severely corroded, which has caused structural integrity concerns with the manhole. So as part of this project, we will be replacing these corroded manholes with polymer concrete manholes. And these manholes are able to have a longer time without corrosion. They have a 50-year corrosion warranty. So that's the benefit of adding these manholes in specifically. David or Kevin, would you like to go through what to expect on the construction?
Sure. This is Kevin. What we plan on doing is during the first week here, right now we're out there doing a little bit of potholing, setting up some temporary fence, bringing in the dumpster, doing some exploratory digging around right now on site. But the week of the 7th, we're going to start with some demo of the existing facility, which will be taking out the east side wall and part of the south side wall along Gentilly there. And the reason for that is we have to dig a hole about 20 feet deep in the southeast corner of this plant here. In order to facilitate that, we have to demo out the existing biofilter, which is this green structure that's in the middle right there. And what that is, it's like a swimming pool without a bottom on it. And this is the existing biofilter. It has walls that are about 4.5 feet deep, 4.5 feet tall and it's filled with like a mulch right now. And we're going to demo out that biofilter. And then from there, we have 2 manholes that we're going to be removing in the southeast corner of the site, along with some existing equipment. And then once we're ready to take off the existing manholes out of line, we're going to set up bypass from 2 existing manholes that feed this station. We'll have bypass pumping that'll go for about 3 weeks to a month, which will enable us to do the work on the inside of the structure to get the existing flows to the existing wet well. And once that is done, we'll set up a new manhole on the inside, divert the flows to the existing wet well. Then the bypass will be removed, and then we will continue with our work for the rest of the project through, I think it's middle of January or so. And we're looking to do this bypass towards the end of June, early July. Number one is we could either do this at the beginning of the project or end of the project, but with school being out during this time, we felt it would be advantageous to have the minimized traffic in this area to do this bypass work at the beginning. It's kind of unconventional the way that we're doing this to minimize the impact on the community. Normal projects like this would be bypassing for 4 to 6 months. So David and the pre-construction crew, along with the engineer in the city of Tempe, came in with a plan that minimized the impact to the neighboring community. From there, the construction will be strictly within the walls of the facility, and we'll be putting in a new biofilter, new pump station, new pumps, new odor control equipment, new electrical gear, and then end of the year, beginning of January, we should be up and going. One of the last things we'll do is redo the landscape on the outside. There will be some removal of some trees and shrubs and rock, and we will put it back and make it look as good as new.
And one thing that I forgot to put in the slides here was also that temporary odor control will be ongoing until the biofilter is installed.
Sam, could you go back to that previous slide? Just
Yes.
I know we're recording this. I don't think we have anybody from the public online. The one thing that I just wanted to point out that's not reflected here, because we don't have the city of Tempe's traffic control approval yet. There are some illustrations here that sort of show the pedestrian path. The one thing that we anticipate will be approved by the city of Tempe is that right there on the very south end of Gentilly, where it connects into or tees into Carver, will be closed. That essentially will become a dead end road, because those little green boxes that you see down there are literally pumps that will be in the middle of the intersection, making it sort of impossible to drive through there. That's sort of preliminarily approved by the city of Tempe, and we expect that that will be approved. Of course, anybody else living on Gentilly can exit to the north, and the city's also aware that we've made contact with the new homeowner of this house on the corner there to make sure that they're happy with what's going to happen, but they have access from Carver. So in case anybody watches this after today, it is anticipated that Gentilly will be closed southbound for approximately a month while we've got that bypass set up in the street.
Okay. And then on, here's our contact information slide. If we have the Felix superintendent listed, the Felix project manager, and the neighborhood services office is Laura. She gives her information there as well. And then we don't have anybody online for questions, but if there's anything else that I missed that anybody wants to jump in and say, please go ahead.
Yeah, this is Kevin Felix. During our bypass operations, or the bypass pumps, the 2 manholes, there's one that's located right at that intersection of Gentilly and Carver, and the other is outside of the lift station on Carver, right before the traffic bump. And those will be manned 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So somebody will be there monitoring the pumps as our work day. When our workers go home, We will still have somebody there 24 hours a day during this bypass pumping operation. Just make people aware that there'll be traffic controls set up along there too. And just be patient with us, as this could have been a 4 or 5 month operation, but we condensed it and did outside of the box thinking. And we're hoping that everybody can live with a month of inconvenience instead of 4 months of inconvenience.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Since we have no one from the public, I guess that's the end of our presentation. I just want to thank everyone from the project team and the construction team from appearing here and recording this for us. This will be posted on our website. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.